Welcome to polynomial functions.
Another important aspect of a polynomial that you should consider when you want to graph the polynomial comes from its factored form, and that is the multiplicity of each factor. The degree of a factor is the multiplicity of the zero associated with the factor. To understand this a little bit better, I'm going to go ahead and just give you an example. So let's say that I have a polynomial in factored form that's 2 times x minus 1 times x plus 2 squared times x minus 4 cubed. The first bullet that we have here is for a factor with a multiplicity of 1. If a factor has a multiplicity of 1, the graph crosses straight through the 0 or x-intercept. In our example here, the factor x minus 1 has a multiplicity of 1. The exponent here is 1. We don't usually write it there, but that is an exponent of 1. And if we want to find the 0 associated with that, we're going to take the x minus 1 and we're going to set it equal to 0. When we set it equal to 0, to solve this, we're just going to add 1 to both sides and we're going to get x equals 1. So the graph will cross straight through x equals 1. Our next bullet that we have here is for a factor that has even multiplicity. If it has even multiplicity, the graph bounces off the x-axis at the 0 or x-intercept. The example that we have here is with the factor x plus 2 squared. Notice that that has an exponent of 2, so it's got even multiplicity. The 0 associated with that comes from setting x plus 2 equal to 0. When we solve that, we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. And we're going to get x equals negative 2. So for the 0, x equals negative 2, the graph will bounce off the x-axis. The last bullet that we have here is for a factor that has odd multiplicity greater than 1. If a factor has odd multiplicity greater than 1, the graph wiggles across the 0 or x-intercept. The example that we have here is the factor x minus 4 cubed. Since 3 is an odd number greater than 1, the graph is going to wiggle across the 0 that's associated with x minus 4. So to find that 0, we're just going to take x minus 4 and set it equal to 0. So we're going to end up adding 4 to both sides, and we're going to get x equals 4. So the graph will wiggle across the x-axis at x equals 4.